In this video, we're looking at the top altcoins for November, and this is going to be a Polkadot special here, as this month is going to be Polkadot season. So if you like the content in today's video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also, check out my Patreon via the pinned comment down below to get all the latest scoop on what I'm thinking about this market and how I'm playing it. You'll also get access to our community over on Discord as well for daily chat. So hop right in, link down below. So what we're seeing here is that Polkadot coins are absolutely exploding with gains right now, as we're seeing a big first flurry of money into this ecosystem. Just filtering by the biggest gainers over the last 7 days, most of which the gains have come in the last 2 days, as you can see from the tail end of this chart here, but all the money is flowing into Polkadot. Anything with Polka on its name is doing very well right now, and I expect this to continue for the full month. We're going to have a look at a range of cryptos from this category in today's video, but we are going to start off with the big boy, the main daddy here, Polkadot, which has just broken out and reached a new all-time high 2 hours ago, $53.04. And as you can see, since we've broken this all-time high here, we're starting to push vertically. So if you want to accumulate this one, I think the time has pretty much now passed. You're probably better off looking for the lower cap plays within the Polkadot ecosystem to then bolster your overall dot bag. So for example, if you can get a 10x on a lower cap dot ecosystem play, you could then roll that 10x into buying Polkadot, and you've essentially got yourself 10x more than you could afford by just directly purchasing this one. So that's how I'd play it at this point in time, as the market cap is now 53 billion. We were getting in on this one the start of 2021. I think it was my first video in 2021, and it was like $4 or $5 back then. So the motion to enable parachain registration and crowd loans has passed Polkadot's council, and it goes to public referendum. If passed, parachain teams will be able to register their parachain and open their crowd loan on November the 4th, just 2 days away. Parachains come rolling round, you need to lock up your DOT and bond them to the parachain, and a lot of DOT is going to go out of circulation. There's going to be a supply shortage, and the price will start to rocket, in my opinion. Now, in terms of this ecosystem, we're going to see a lot of FOMO around this. Literally every YouTuber, Twitter influencer, crypto-based news channel is going to be covering these parachains over the next month at a minimum, but primarily over this first month as these kick off, they're going to just be the talk of the town. And we know how people react in this market when FOMO is in the air. People want to ape into all of these things because they're hearing it just talked about left, right, and center. You can't get away from it on your feed. And that is exactly what's going to happen here with Polkadot season. So you want to allocate as early as possible, but do know the crowds are going to be moving into this. We can see from the numbers right now, a lot of people are pouring into cryptocurrency for the first time, and they're just looking for easy gains, and they're going to be following these narratives with the rest of the herd. So even if you're seeing big gainers on many of these that we go through today, I don't think that the music's going to stop anytime soon. You're going to see more and more FOMO. As soon as the price increases and you make a bit of profit, you're telling your friends, they're then going to be buying in as well. So I think this is going to be a very fruitful month for Polkadot and the whole ecosystem. Now, the first one I want to look at here as a sub coin in the category is Moonriver, the one that's launched on Kusama. Moonbeam is the version of this that will launch on the Polkadot parachain and is probably one of the main contenders to get a slot, maybe first, second, or third in line potentially. But Moonriver is the most complete of all blockchains on the actual Kusama network right now. And as a result of that, it's going to also be interoperable with Polkadot main chain. And thus, this is going to be the most built out layer 1 in the Polkadot ecosystem, I believe. So this could be highly undervalued because, as we've seen with many layer 1 protocols, they've all got billion-dollar market caps, most of them 5, 10, 15 billion at this point. Moonriver sat at around 800 million. I do think this has a 10x in it at a minimum for this cycle before I would suggest it's topped out. Some really exciting things here. So they've partnered with SushiSwap teaming up and coming over to Moonbeam very soon. And this means there's going to be a lot of things happening on this chain, but primarily you're going to get a big exchange that opens up the ability to foster all the DeFi applications that you want on a thriving network. And because Moonbeam is fully Ethereum compatible, it's EVM compatible, you're going to have the full range of tokens from Kusama, Polkadot, and ETH, like all the tokens are going to be here on SushiSwap's integration with Moon River. So if we just go over to this, you can see exactly from the article they post here what's going to happen. SushiSwap will leverage Moonbeam's Ethereum compatibility features to quickly port with minimal effort to Moonbeam, which will ultimately provide access to DOT, Kusama, and the many other assets being created in the Polkadot ecosystem and by other teams building on the Moonbeam platform. We expect Moonbeam to be one of the places where assets and liquidity concentrate within the Polkadot ecosystem, and we will be building integrations using the cross-chain integration features on Polkadot to bring assets from other parachains in the Polkadot ecosystem to Moonbeam, which will make them accessible to SushiSwap. So you can see this is where liquidity will flow in this ecosystem, and this is essentially going to be the main hub for swapping asset transfers across a variety of different blockchains here. So this is very bullish stuff. They've also announced a liquidity mining program as well, with 25,000 MOVR tokens up for grabs. So we know that when liquidity mining goes live, you see the farmers come in force. And so this will mean even deeper liquidity. There's going to be a lot of high APY, good amounts of tokens in LP positions. And this is really going to kickstart the DeFi ecosystem on this chain. And so as you can see, Polkadot's main chains, Moonbeam, for example, they're going to take a little while to be rolled out here, but Moon River is going to be starting Polkadot season strong, hitting the ground running from the get-go. And the second point I wanted to point out here was the fact that this has recently been listed on crypto.com. So when you're feeling that FOMO, you can literally just pick up your phone and buy some tokens. This is the accessibility that was not there in 2017. It was actually hard to buy crypto, but now if you feel the FOMO, you can literally buy all these top cryptos directly through an app in the palm of your hand. So the fact this is on crypto.com, which is, I believe, one of the main places where people buy in Europe. And of course, they're pushing their promotions across like the UFC, random football clubs and stuff. They're really going hard on their marketing. You're going to see that people are going to be looking for these top cryptos that they hear about on the crypto.com app and buying them through that. So I think there's a lot of fundamentals in the pipeline here for Moonbeam. Next up here, we have PNODE, one I've been covering for a little while now, about 2.5 months. And this one has really started to kick off here. As we're entering Polkadot season, the infrastructure that sits behind the network is getting some real praise here, up 54% over the last 24 hours, peaked out at around 52 cents. But as we can see from the last 90 days here on the chart, it wasn't always an easy ride. I think we got in around here somewhere, and it went up, pumped a bit, came back down, and eventually came all the way back down to 6 cents again. So not the most enjoyable of rides, but when you enter into these low cap altcoins, it's never smooth sailing. You have to wait for the magic to happen. And as you can see, the magic is now certainly happening. So this one we got in quite a bit earlier on. I covered this on the channel around 8.5 cents, $5 million market cap, but now sitting around 48.50 cents. I do think it can still go higher, but a price point of around $1 to $2 is probably where this may end up. And so as we get closer to those kind of price points, diminishing returns will kick in. But I'm still super bullish on PNODE, as this offers API endpoints and node operating services for all of the Polkadot ecosystem. So this one could literally be used by every single parachain that comes online, whether it's on DOT's main chain or on Kusama as well. So this one can still have quite a ways to run, and it's recently been picked up as well here by Coach K. He's got quite a lot of subscribers here as well, but I do know that this guy has some serious investors who he talks with, and I think he helps along the road. So no surprise that the epic pump came after Coach K's video here, and we were able to front run that on this channel. So all good stuff, and onwards and upwards for PNODE. Now the next two cryptocurrencies are all about Metaverse. As we know, since Mark Zuckerberg announced the Facebook rebrand to Meta, it's like a light switch has been turned from off to on, and now everything is metaverse. People can see the future. We're all going to exist and coexist in the metaverse. We're going to meet up and have our interactions on there as time progresses. The Zoom era, ushered in by COVID, has made that super clear, and metaverse is what's happening. So this is like the first innings of the metaverse, and we've already seen huge inflows of money, the likes of Decentraland going from like 1 billion market cap up to almost 4 now. And we're seeing that funds are coming in with big bags here to buy into the metaverse. So saying that we're early in the metaverse is still an understatement. Even though things have pumped like crazy, this is just getting started. Most people don't even have a clue what the metaverse is or anything to do with crypto generally. So we are super early with all of this. And you can see here, the sandbox has raised an additional $93 million in a round led by none other than SoftBank. So big boys stepping into the industry here. This published by Animoca Brands here, who are a main holder of the sandbox token. It comes under one of their ecosystem plays here. So Metaverse is going to go wild. So what have we got that's Polkadot and Metaverse trying to pair up the two biggest narratives in cryptocurrency right now? Well, the first one here is super low market cap, and it's called POLKACYPHER. So this one's roughly $2 million only, hence it's pumped 74% over the last 24 hours. If we can pull up a chart here, let's see. It's just started pumping. So this was on Tuesday, early hours of the morning. So over the last 12 hours, this has been picked up for the first time really, and it shot all the way up to 5 cents. I have entered today around here at around 3.4 cents, I think it was, and it's coming down a little bit, but I'm not worried about this entry whatsoever due to the fact the market cap is so small, and having invested in small market cap coins previously, you're going to have to go through some real ups and downs. It is what it is. However, with the trending narratives happening right now, I think this one can go a lot higher, and it does actually have good usage as well. So they've teamed up with a couple of projects here. The first one was Equify, a DeFi protocol, and another one here is Anchor Protocol from Terra. So you know the team is going to be legit, otherwise they wouldn't have had these partnerships. And it says here, through our integration with Anchor, our privacy-first cross-chain oracle, which is what they do, and NFTZ, which is primed and acting as the intersection between DeFi and the NFT sector, will enjoy Anchor's robust Web3 multi-chain infrastructure, enabling accurate communication and integration with multiple blockchains. So long story short, they're a privacy-preserving Oracle network built on Polkadot, focused on bringing the use case of private NFTs to off-chain business and be a bridge for seamless integration to DeFi applications. So they can actually let you bridge your NFTs across different blockchains. I'll show you the tech behind this in a second because it is live and working. But secondly, this point, building DeFi and NFT industry's most ambitious cross-chain oracle and bridge for the growing metaverse. So if they're allowing you to bridge your NFTs, which we can see from NFTZ here and this dashboard, you can bridge your assets. So say you've got a Bored Ape or a CryptoPunk. We're going to move to a time when the metaverses are going to be on different blockchains, but everyone's going to want to connect them together. So having that plumbing behind it, which is what NFTZ here is going to allow you to move your JPEG from ETH, say it's a CryptoPunk, and put it on a metaverse over in the Polkadot ecosystem or over on the Polygon ecosystem or the Ethereum ecosystem. So these NFTs are going to exist on different blockchains, and they're going to have to find a way to move around, and they've already built this out here. POLKACYPHER proudly presents NFTZ, the world's first borderless NFT environment, allowing you to move your ownership and digital artworks across multiple blockchains in a few clicks. So go and check these guys out. I think this looks super promising with such a low market cap. Here's our 90-day look back through this article here, and their team will be rolling out the mass NFT minting feature in the coming weeks on NFTZ. So stay tuned for what's to come. I will try and provide updates with this as time progresses, but over the course of this month, I think that some of the projects like this one with a tiny market cap will get pumped and pumped and pumped. So even though it's up 74%, I'm not too worried about that. I think there's multiples left in this. And another one I just added as well was POLKACITY. This combines Polkadot and the metaverse in one place, and what is more bullish than that right now? It says the market cap's around $16 million, and if we look at the price chart over the last 7 days, it just wants to move up and up and up. There have been some sharp sell-offs, 140 down to 94 cents, 155 down to 116, but that's what's going to happen. There's people who have been in it since early, and they will take large profits or possibly exit along the way, and so a choppy ride is going to be in order. But this one can still go a lot higher in my opinion. POLKACITY Metaverse, the tag has been added for it on CoinMarketCap right now. So if you're on CoinMarketCap and you go to the categories and you pull up Metaverse, it's trending on there. It's already got that tag here on CoinGecko, which is my preferred site. But this increases its exposure to the wider crypto audience. Metaverse is, of course, as we know, the 800-pound gorilla in the room right now, and everyone wants a piece of Metaverse. And when you've got a Polkadot-based Metaverse, well, it sounds pretty damn juicy. This one's all about having your NFTs that actually work for you and produce an APY, so kind of a DeFi crossover where these NFTs in this open world. Polkadot playing here, generating 100% APY, giving you 193 POLKACITYs per week. With that partnership with the DeFi protocol Equify, they've also released a limited edition 25 units of these cars, and these themselves have an APY of 124%. All of this stuff you can find on the NFT marketplace that they've already got up and running, and you can start buying the NFTs. However, the actual metaverse itself is not yet live, but it's due to be released in December. So as this person posts here, metaverse project with a product, NFT platform and marketplace, Certic audit, NFT game release in December, Polkadot integration, low cap gem. And we will jump in just a second to have a little look at the gameplay trailer. But you can see a list of these various resources that you can buy for the POLKACITY token and the APY that they can get for you. So you can see here the DeFi integrations and how you could earn money in the metaverse. And the team is doxed down here as well, which is good to see. That is over on their GitHub for more information. So a bit of gameplay trailer here. This was released a couple of days ago, already got 5,000 views. So I expect this one to continue racking up the views here as people get super interested in this narrative. It looks a little bit like a GTA style game, which is pretty damn cool. Graphics, maybe not the best in the world, but still, this is showing you that the developers have built something real and they're expecting a release in December. So Polkadot season in November, this releases in December. You're going to see some serious pumpermentals for this one, and I expect it to be picked up by bigger YouTube accounts and Twitter personalities as this month goes on right now. So last thing to share, as I posted in our private Discord here earlier for Patreon members, I've started to bridge a load of my funds from ETH to the Binance Smart Chain network as it is too expensive to actually perform swaps on Ethereum now. And as this cycle progresses and more entrants come into the market, the costs are only going to go up. They're not going to be going down. So bridging over to a lower cost chain, the likes of BSC, is going to be a smart move and something you'll probably want to do sooner rather than later. And most of these tokens are tradable on PancakeSwap. So November is going to be Polkadot season. We've gone from higher cap to some of the lower cap plays in this industry right now, and some ones to have your eyes on. Let me know in the comments down below which other low cap gems you've got in the Polkadot ecosystem and what you think about these ones we've gone through today. Make sure you subscribe, check out Patreon via the pinned comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.